Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Saturday the 6th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning, fairly decent time frame, I really wanted to, but wasn't in the world. Kind of had a little bit of a setback in my recovery. I thought I was doing better than I was. Woke up today and I'm feeling pretty weak and kind of slow from the whole getting over my sickness bullshit thing, so definitely fun time. But got up this morning though, got the dogs all outside, got them all out, got them all Chancey's bathroom, went ahead and grabbed my water and my hard-boiled egg because my banana supply ran real low this week, so I've been eating more hard-boiled eggs and trying to save my bananas for before my runs, but overall it wasn't too bad. So got my soak on in the hot tub. From there, get the dogs back inside, got the aggressive dog outside, and then basically got the ones back in, got them all fed, and then spent the rest of the day just rotating dogs. That's all it really was. It's so much different when I have a dog here that doesn't get along with their dogs, because it just is like you're always on edge thinking you're gonna screw up and leave a door open or have the dogs end up interacting. And I don't think she's like gonna just out of nowhere come out when she sees a dog like attack, but I've seen her out of nowhere attack a dog. So it's one of those things that becomes very, I don't know, very high concern of mine that could happen. So kind of is what it is there. So yeah, went ahead, got a couple other things done, nothing too major, just kind of rotating through. And that's basically all I could do, just rotate through. And wife was heading down to Cocoa Beach to hang out with some friends of hers. There's a podcast list too that have a group of the ladies that are in the group that get together and they call themselves the Side Chicks. I'm not sure how the name came about, but a bunch of years ago they wanted a female only side of the Facebook page, and they do a few meetups randomly here and there, and this was one of the smaller ones of them. They've met up and painted rocks and done all kinds of like wine events and all kinds of different stuff. This was just hanging out at Tiffany's bar / restaurant down there in Cocoa Beach, and it's a little place called Salty Sisters, and she was an old member on the Monsters Radio Show, which is basically how Tom and Dan met and how it started, how the podcast spun off of there and all that stuff. So it's kind of nice they're throwing a little money at somebody that we've heard her history since. Like, she came on the radio when she was like 17 originally, so, and she's like my age, like she's not quite but close to, so been on a long time. So hell of a hard worker. She's been a singer and all kinds of stuff throughout the years, worked at dispensaries and whatnot. I think her husband still does weed distribution and a bunch of shit, so, but she's got a whole bunch of stuff herself going on. So she was heading down to it. She wanted to leave about 2 o'clock. I'm like, cool, I'll make sure I get my run in by then, so that way my wife could stay home with the dogs. So after about noon, a little before noon, I got the dog's place where I wanted them to be, and my wife was gonna be able to keep an eye on them as I took off for my run. I said, hey, if anything happens, they start getting a little too playful, because a couple of them got a little worked up and they get to playing, and then the older dogs get a little mad about it because they don't like that much energy going on around them and all that good fun stuff. And I got 5 dogs here today, so it's not nothing. So I told her, if that happens, separate them out this way. They just go here, whatever, or call me and I'll be back as soon as possible and I'll help separate them back out. But it's mostly, they're pretty good about if you just give them a, hey, knock it off kind of thing. They're usually really good about knocking it off. So, because it's just them playing way too hard. It's not anything like aggressive. But when they get to playing super excited, the old grumpy dogs get mad. They get barky at them kind of thing. They get mad about it. So headed down my run, went and got my part of my run in, and I was deciding if I was coming back, if I was going to continue on for a couple more miles, and reached out and asked how everything's going. She's like, yeah, all going great. I'm good, dog's good. They're all laying down, napping. There's no issues at all. So stay out if you want a little longer. So I did, stayed out a little longer. Got a couple more miles in, which was nice. And the weather was iffy. It kept trying to rain a little bit here and there as I was doing it. So it is what it is there. But got back, grabbed myself a shower real quick. And then basically wife got off to work and was able to hang out with the dogs. And then while she headed off to go hang out with ladies, I was able to just rotate the dogs in and out again. That's what I do. I just spend the day chilling out, hanging out with the dogs, rotating them in and out, and everything went pretty smooth. I was thinking I really needed a nap, but because I've not been getting good sleep. But didn't. Every time I would think, well, maybe it'd be a good time to go, whatever, it would storm, and then when it stormed, the dogs would freak out, and then of course they won't settle down, so I can't take a nap then. So we'd all go inside real quick, but they're all just worked up because of lightning and thunder. And it must have rained pretty hard because it took my wife like 90 minutes to drive, which should be like an hour to the event. So I'm not sure what the hell exactly happened there, but she texted me and said she made it. So I'm not sure if it was she drove and stopped somewhere to like chill, or she just drove that much slower to get there, which would be a lot to take that much longer, or if she didn't want to be the first one to roll up into the event, because she gets oddly weird like that. That kind of is what it is. She had another friend of hers that we know, friend of ours, I guess, another couple we hang out with sometimes. They were supposedly hoping to go. She's also socially awkward when it comes to going into events like that. She's like, well, if we do go, I'm gonna make my husband go over there, and he'll at least be close by, like a 1 or 2 bars down. I'm like, yeah, who cares? Sounds good. When you get there, just give my wife a call, and they talk to them like, just, you know, she'll meet you out front, whatever, you guys can walk in together, whatever the hell you want to do. And nothing. They ended up showing up, but the wife never came over to the girls' event. She ended up legitimately staying like 2 doors down with her husband and another friend that we all kind of, they know better than I do, but they're hanging out there. And by the time they even told me that, because I checked, I'm like, hey, did she go? It's like, oh no, we're 2 doors down. She didn't go, she's here with us. And then the other person. And I was like, oh shit, if I'd known that, I would have told my wife earlier. Because when I called, told her, hey, they're 2 doors down, if you want to stop in and say hi to them. She goes, I literally just got in the car and heading home. So I don't want to deal with traffic and parking again and all that crap. So I'm heading back. I'm like, shit, it's a shame that they didn't let us know that a couple hours ago. But oh well, it is what it is. So you can only, I don't know, some people are just odd like that when it comes to going somewhere without their spouse. And I get it. I'm a little bit, I prefer not to walk into an event like that where I don't know anybody if I don't have to. But you do know somebody there. That's the thing. You got somebody you like and know, and would happily, you know, greet you happily there. So why wouldn't it be a perfect example that you could stop in? So and it was a tiny little group of ladies, not a big group, nothing going on. And my wife goes, hell, her husband, the other guy, could have came in and just hung out. Everybody's people watching boxing and different stuff because it's not like it's a private event. But oh well, it is what it is. So yeah, that was sad. I felt bad because I wanted her to have more fun. I want to hang out with the people, the other couple, well, the wife at least, that was supposed to be there. I know she enjoys talking to her. So, but she had a great time. They chatted, they bullshitted. She had dinner. She had a pulled pork sandwich with coleslaw on top, which is how she likes her barbecue sandwiches. Seems odd to me, but she seems happy with it. So that's all that really matters, I guess. And then from there, everything went pretty smooth, and she drove home. She made it home. A little bit of rain here and there, but we got home before dark. She don't like really driving in the dark. Apparently it's I don't know. It seems to be a woman thing that don't want to drive. I'm not great at driving. I'd rather drive at night, 100%. Like if I'm heading back to Iowa, I'd rather drive at night so less traffic. I can see road signs better, reflections and stuff. I can see cars. I can, you know, come at me and stuff. It's just, I can see motorcycles, especially with headlights on at night, way better. Assume they're not like blacked out idiots with the lights off. That's the other world. At that point, they're kind of, I mean, they're asking to be run over almost. So, but yeah, I like driving at night more. But hey, who knows? Every other thing. So she got back and we got chatting a little bit. I knew she was going to eat on her own. At least she said she planned on eating on her own. She didn't bother telling me yes or no. But I knew I was on my own this evening, and nothing felt like I wanted to eat it. Like it just didn't sound like I was hungry, which is a weird feeling I get sometimes, but it is what it is. So I drink a lot of Mountain Dew, so I get a lot of empty calories that way, which makes a difference, but it's still not, it's not healthy for me per se. So I did have a hard-boiled egg after my run, which helps. So yeah, that's something. And then I got all the dogs fed again because I got to separate everybody out. It takes a little bit. Got that all done, and then pretty much headed outside, and then rotated in and out with dogs on it. Smoked a couple cigars, enjoyed my evening. I tried a new whiskey, a Scotch whiskey called Oban, how you pronounce it, and it's 14-year-old, I think, and it's not as expensive as it looks. It looks more expensive than what it is. It'd be a great gift for somebody who is kind of new. It's an entry level flavor-wise. It has a good flavor. Has a lot of complexity to it. It has a little heat, which when you first put it in, kind of if you guys ever remember, like when you were shit poor and young and you drink like Black Velvet, kind of had that like but warm belly feeling real quick. But the taste went away almost immediately. It's like virtually no aftertaste. I don't know how to do it. It is a hell of a blend because it is virtually no aftertaste at all. It fades so quick. It is terrifying. So So I was like, oh, this would be good as a cigar. Had a good flavor, good, very fruity, kind of a little bit of a, like, you know, kind of a little bit of leather taste. And I'm like, this will actually go to the cigar. But by the time I would take a drink, then puff on a cigar, almost by the time the cigar got there, my mouth, it was done. Like, I was like, the fuck, how is that possible? Like, the flavor was just gone. Like, there was no leftover. It didn't have any leftover palate, which was kind of strange. So, but then after that, I went ahead and grabbed myself a second cigar and enjoyed the evening. Grabbed myself a bit of chips and salsa, headed into bed, got the dogs all put away, had myself a little snack, got the dogs all put up. Everybody had a good time and wrapped it up and called it a night. So that's all I got for now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.